Hello, one and all. This is my view of My Hero Academia, Chapter 402, Those Tearful Days. And I swear to freaking God above, if this is a fake out, I will scream. I will absolutely freaking scream. I mean, seriously, I don't want to start this video like this. This might have been the chapter where All Might, this simple freaking piece, the most beloved character in the series, actually freaking died, and I feel nothing because we have been down this road so many times before. With Gran Torino, with Bakugo, I mean seriously, Bakugo's freaking heart exploded out of his chest, utterly and completely killing him, and they just said, you know what, no, he's fine, we'll do some surgery, and we'll put him, patch him right back up, lickety-split. That's not how this works. That's not how anything works. But seriously, Horikoshi has done this so many times that I can't feel anything when a character dies because I don't actually believe the character has actually freaking died. There are no stakes in any of this. I mean, I think, Stain blew himself up last chapter, but even that was a bit unclear. So instead of reflecting on, All Might's big sacrifice, instead of, crying my freaking eyes out, I'm instead left wondering, how exactly is All Might going to survive this? And I've seen a few theories online. First off, people are saying, oh, the bomb is just on his arm, so when it goes off, it'll just, tear off his arm, and the rest of him will be fine. Yeah, no freaking way. I would absolutely protest that decision because, I mean, for one thing, let's not forget that All Might has been beaten within an inch of his life in this fight, and even before that, All Might was already badly broken from his last battle against All For One that, destroyed a bunch of his organs and resulted in him, regularly coughing up blood. So, yeah, if All Might is anywhere near that explosion, he will absolutely 100% die. Another big theory I'm seeing is that Bakugo is going to show up and save the day. He'll, use his new evolved quirk to race the battlefield, to grab All Might and separate him from either his arm or the bomb before it goes off, and that'll be a way to, end All For One. I mean, it would make a certain level of sense. It would certainly annoy Bakugo if All Might killed himself with, his own quirk, essentially. I mean, literally every move All Might's done this entire battle has been based off of one of the quirks of his classmates. But Bakugo, oh, he saved Bakugo for last. Oh, I love it. And I'm actually really wondering about something because, I mean, you could certainly say, oh, the thing on his wrist is just dynamite, TNT, whatever. But how absolutely messed up would it be if that was just, Bakugo's own sweat? Which All Might somehow, someway managed to gather and is using that to take down the freaking Demon Lord. Oh, that would be so absolutely twisted. And unless we are told differently, that is my new headcanon. Huzzah! Of course, there's also a possibility that All For One is just going to nullify the explosion because he'll have a quirk that just says, nullify explosions. While this quirk is active, no explosions can be activated within 5 meters of the target. That feels, very All For One, and would just be very disappointing. Though the question is also raised whether or not, this attack is actually going to kill All For One or not, because even All Might says after this death, maybe you'll turn into a little kindergartner again. So even All Might isn't actually planning on killing All For One with this blow, which is, certainly disappointing. I'll get to that in a second, but what exactly is going to happen then? A little itty-bitty All For One in a battle against, Shigaraki and Deku? I mean, there's certainly some interesting possibilities there. I would absolutely love to see Shigaraki, just kill All For One, because there is a fairly long-lasting theory in the community that Shigaraki's decay quirk wasn't natural, but was rather given to him by All For One. Because, I mean, seriously, what are the odds that a user of All For One would have a grandchild whose quirk is, just kill everything around him? That feels a little bit too coincidental for All For One. So yeah, if that is the case though, then Shigaraki would definitely have the right to get revenge against him, to kill him, to eviscerate him, and turn him into dust. And that would just feel so amazing to watch. I mean, it really does seem like this whole thing was essentially setting up for, the future. The past generation, the old heroes, they're dying, they're done, they're dead. And now it's time for the new heroes. The final fight in the series will truly be Shigaraki versus Deku. No All Might stepping in to lend a helping hand. No All For One trying to weasel in and take control of his mind. It will just be Shigaraki fighting Deku for the future of Hero Society. And that just feels so utterly, utterly appropriate. And I really hope that is the case. Honestly, I kind of hope this explosion is way more powerful than All Might even thought, and it does actually kill All For One. Just seriously, All Might finally killing the person who killed his master. That would just be such a great ending for this character, and I would so freaking love it. And seriously, just this last freaking page. As All Might's teacher said, "Hey, All For One, I know you're absolutely insane, but my student, he is even crazier than you are, and he will definitely kill you." Holy mother of God, that woman had some serious freaking sass, and I love her so much. Also on that same page, we can finally see All Might look a little bit more like his past self. His eyes are finally white again. He's got that big, fearless smile. He truly is the symbol of peace once and forevermore. Huzzah! And I mean, seriously, God freaking Christ above. In that shot of All For One literally carrying All Might into the battlefield with that big smile on his face, that was painful. That was actually painful to my soul watching this. I'm like, oh my God, the people are going to lose faith. They're going to lose faith in All Might. But no, this was all part of his plan. He intentionally antagonized All For One so that he would bring him to the battlefield because he knew that was exactly the kind of thing a sociopath like him or psychopath like him would do. Oh, that was brilliant. That was so abso-freaking-lutely brilliant. And if this really is the end, if All Might really did die here, then this really does raise the question about how exactly Deku is going to react to the death of his mentor, the death of a person who was essentially his father. And I know Horikoshi has said, oh, Deku's father? He's working overseas. That's BS. That's absolute and complete BS. He is not a father. If he has not come back once in the last year as Deku has gone through literal freaking hell, he is no father to this boy. All Might is his father, once and forevermore. No more discussion. Anyway, though, I really think we're going to see a return of, the dark Deku we saw during his vigilante days. We're going to see him just go completely freaking insane. And then again, All Might's big thing was always fighting with a smile, making sure the world was reassured by him. So I feel like he might end up encapsulating that message again and fighting Shigaraki with a smile, fighting him as the true symbol of peace. I really would like that. Hard to say. Oh, and before I wrap things up, one last thing I want to mention. Momo. She apparently fought off against an army of Twice clones by turning herself into freaking Iron Man. And I am very irked we only got, one freaking panel of this happening. I so hope when this gets animated, she gets like a full, maybe not a full episode, but like 2-3 minutes of her just using every weapon at her disposal to mow down these Twice clones. That would be absolutely freaking amazing to see. Seriously, Momo is a very underdeveloped character. Not underdeveloped, but underused. I mean, like I said, she's literally freaking Iron Man right here, and I so wish we could have seen, more of what she was capable of. Very sad. But anyway, though, please let me know what you think down below. Is All Might actually dead? If not, how? Is All For One actually dead? If not, how? I mean, like I said, I really, truly hope they both die in this fight because it just feels so absolutely appropriate. All Might finally taking down the one villain he could never defeat, the one villain that scarred him, one villain that he should have stopped so many years ago, and being able to avenge his master. That just feels like such an appropriate end for his character. And like I said, death needs to have consequences. You can't just end these cliffhangers like, yes, I'm going to die now, goodbye. Next chapter, oh no, I'm alive, what do you know? That just ruins all the tension, ruins all the drama. It makes it really hard to care about anything when everything could just be undone the very next chapter. But anyway, though, let me know what you think down below. And until next time, peace!